The Haunting of Hollow Creek Manor. Location: Hollow Creek Manor, an isolated estate in the rural town of Ashtonville, nestled deep within the dense, ancient woods of the Appalachian Mountains. Time: October 31st, 2023, 8 p.m. to November 1st, 2023, 3 a.m. Reports: compiled from witness testimonies, police reports, and local legend. Part 1. The Gathering. It was a crisp autumn evening when a group of friends decided to spend Halloween night at the infamous Hollow Creek Manor. The manor, abandoned for decades, was known for its eerie atmosphere and tales of ghostly apparitions. Among the group were Sarah, a local historian; Mike, a thrill seeker; Jenny, an amateur paranormal investigator; Tom, a skeptic; and Lisa, the sensitive one who often claimed to feel the presence of spirits. They arrived at the manor just as the sun was setting. The estate was an imposing structure, its windows dark and hollow like empty eyes, and the air around it seemed to hum with a silent, unseen energy. The group, armed with flashlights and a few pieces of ghost hunting equipment, made their way inside. Part 2. The Unearthly Presence. The interior of the manor was even more foreboding. Dust covered every surface, and cobwebs hung from the ceiling like delicate shrouds. As they explored, the group noticed the temperature dropping significantly, and an inexplicable chill set in. Around 10 p.m., while investigating the grand staircase, Lisa suddenly froze. She whispered that she felt someone watching them. The others laughed it off, attributing her feelings to nerves. However, as they ascended the stairs, they all heard a soft, almost imperceptible whispering. It seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Sarah, curious and determined, led them to the library, a room filled with dusty old books and a massive, ornate fireplace. As they examined the room, Jenny's equipment began to spike. The electromagnetic field, EMF, reader was going haywire, and the temperature dropped even further. Part 3. The Manifestation. At midnight, the group decided to perform a séance in the library. They sat in a circle around a dusty table, holding hands. Jenny began to chant, calling out to any spirits that might be present. The air grew thick with anticipation, and the candle flames flickered violently. Suddenly, the temperature plummeted, and a dense fog seemed to seep into the room from the cracks in the walls. The whispering returned, louder this time, and distinctly malevolent. Tom, the skeptic, felt a sharp pain in his chest and let go of the circle. In that instant, a book flew off the shelf, landing with a thud in the center of the table. The title read, The Curse of Hollow Creek. Part 4. The Revelation. Sarah, intrigued, opened the book and found it filled with accounts of the manor's dark history. It told of the original owner, Edward Hollow, a man obsessed with the occult. He had performed numerous dark rituals, culminating in a final, terrible sacrifice that bound his spirit to the manor. Sarah read aloud. The room grew darker, and shadows began to move independently of any light source. The group heard heavy footsteps echoing through the halls, coming closer and closer. The whispering turned into a guttural chant, and the fog thickened, taking on a humanoid form. Part 5. The Escape. Panic set in. The group scrambled to leave the manor, but the doors, which had been easy to open before, now resisted with an unseen force. The shadowy figure, now fully formed, advanced towards them, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. Lisa, in a desperate bid, recalled a cleansing ritual she had read about. She instructed the others to form a circle again and began to chant words of protection. The shadow figure screamed, a sound that seemed to shake the very foundation of the manor. The oppressive force holding the doors shut suddenly released, and they burst open. The group fled into the night, not stopping until they reached their cars. They drove back to town in silence, each processing the night's events in their own way. Part 6. The Aftermath. The next morning, the group reported their experience to the local authorities. The police, skeptical but concerned, investigated the manor. They found the book and signs of recent activity but no physical evidence of any supernatural presence. Hollow Creek Manor remains abandoned, But the story of that Halloween night spread through Ashtonville like wildfire. The friends, forever changed by their experience, never spoke of it publicly again, but they all knew the truth. The spirit of Edward Hollow still lurks within the manor, waiting for the next group of unwary visitors to cross its threshold. The haunting of Hollow Creek Manor stands as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can linger in the most unexpected places and the thin veil that separates our world from the unknown.